This is Dice Legacy Definitive Edition. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. What are we getting here? Looks like it's a 4K resolution, 60 FPS. So this game is actually rather intriguing. It's a city builder, but it's a city builder where you are using dice in order to build, well, the city, and you have to survive. It's like a roguelike too, so you have to survive against the various like trials and stuff that are present, like winters and everything, and you use dice in order to accomplish that. It is really, again, utterly fascinating because it's like you've got a limited selection of which you can like re-roll your dice and whatnot. So you have to keep your dice kind of like healthy and fit, and you have to make sure they don't get frozen, or make sure they don't die, or run out of spins, otherwise they break down, which is not good for your, kind of your ability of your dice deck. You gotta actually make sure everything is working effectively, and then you're able to build stuff like all of these different, kind of unique structures in order to, survive the hostile winter and whatnot. And there's a variety of different, I guess you would say, like, kind of ways to play. As you, like, go through it, you'll essentially be getting new ways to, like, experience difficulty and challenges in this one. It really is why it's an interesting thing. It's a very, very different sort of game. I find it to be just utterly fascinating. Because it's like you're clearly always kind of against the clock, but it's like you're not always in a rush to go and do stuff. It's very, very intriguing, and it takes a second to kind of like, I think, fully grasp what you're doing in this one, but once you get like rolling in it, you're like, oh, okay, interesting. See what they're kind of going for, and you're just kind of like slowly gathering these resources and using knowledge by corrupting dice. Oh wow, there's a lot to build. You can have like cultist dice because your dice are like your people. I don't know why I'd build a wheat farm in the middle of the winter and stuff like that, but it's interesting. So this is like a frozen dice. So if we get a bunch of wood, we can like heat this up. That's also using our wood, which isn't the best. Oh yeah, okay. Then you gotta use your herbs to kind of heal. There's a lot going on in this one. It is a genuinely fascinating sort of thing. Like, so there's like policies and design stuff, and you've only got so much like room for certain amounts of like dice, and yeah, this one is really just a different title. I am really pleasantly surprised by this. They also sent me the vinyl for this, which is pretty cool. I like my vinyls, and this game does actually have some really nice kind of music going on. So we've got this to prevent like, dice from freezing nearby, so that's good. Although a lot of our dice are already frozen, which isn't ideal. We've already suffered a lot of frozen dice, and it's like you want to keep the charges of your dice going, so you've got so much food, right? And you got to use that food in order to, basically be able to use this sort of dice. Apothecary, yeah, they've really come up, because again, you get it like they're dice, but you got to think of it as like kind of people. You know what I mean? Like it's dice, but the dice are like your citizens. Oh, that dice has had better days. Let's get it fed. Let's clean that dice up. So yeah, I'm actually really liking this one. I kind of did like a quick video of it, and then I was playing a bit more, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to talk about this game a little bit more in depth, because I'm like, this is really intriguing that you can produce new dice with your houses. I built kind of a bunch of houses, but I don't really need that sort of thing. The dice limit But I don't want to give up my dice. Oh, no. Okay. And you got these like pop-ups. It's like a tutorial thing too that kind of like teaches you the ropes, but they're kind of just annoying pop-ups. It makes a lot of sense as you play it more and you kind of like expand, and you can go out further. Like you can kind of build out your territory. So if you get enough like wood and stuff, you know, resources, and then you can build these like sort of territorial type things. It's again rather fascinating. And then like your food production too, you can get like basic wheat going during like the certain months of the year, and then you can use that in order to go a bit further too. And then there's like battling and conquest going on as well. Oh, I should probably... Is this still the food one? Yeah, the hunting grounds. And there's so much you can take from the resources, otherwise you like run out of stuff too, which is not ideal. Yeah, we need more wood. Less building, more wood, eh? That's a bit of a surprise. A lot of production stuff, but nothing to produce, really. You just kind of, like, land here, and you kind of go from there. It's really quite interesting. Now, do we need more herbs, or should we go for more, like, stone and stuff? I guess what we really need is more wood, and I kind of just wasted a roll of the dice there, because I didn't really mean to do that. Yeah, you really gotta use your stuff when you can, and these rolls of the dice are just not panning out for me very well. But I am trying to make it work. And I hope that this is kind of giving you an idea of things. Like, it is very, like, I am locked in what's going on here. But it is really interesting. All these dice are just frozen. Although I don't know why we need to keep this going. Ugh. Frozen dice cannot be... Yeah, okay. Dice. Durability wager. Yes, the winter. Can prevent dice from burning. Yeah, okay. Healed in a temple or tavern. Or will heal at the beginning of summer. I mean, it kind of looks like summer's coming. So you gotta build a tavern? That actually just kills me. Oh, never mind. The snow is gone. The dice are ready to play. Yeah, whole seasons have changed already. And then we got new proposal. House can be used by any dice. Doubles the food production. Oh, that's pretty good. Wheat farms inside peasant districts can also work in winter. That is actually really good, but let's go for salting. I think salting is a very good idea. There we go, an achievement. Survive the first winter? Yeah. You're right, I did. And that way we can get the farms going again. Which is awesome. Because production has not been good. We need to turn the wheat into usable stuff, really. Apparently we need a tavern. I didn't even think of that. A tax office? I'm sure they'd love that. We need ale. Oh, wow, so we actually have to produce a brewery, which means we need wood. Ah, that it does, that it does. I guess we should heal this dice. So it really is this like long-term thing of like keeping the health of your die going and then just being able to build and stuff with your dice. That's a carry, okay. Yeah, there is a lot to this, but we definitely need to increase our wood production a lot and keep the food going as well. There we go. Now we've got some wheat all the way. Wheat, very, very essential to our building line production of creativity. And you gotta work the mines, and you gotta work the herbs, and you gotta keep the stuff. It's really, like, it just kind of completely gathers your attention. You know, it's just kind of funny because, you know, you're gathering and building, but seriously, they really made something neat with this game. It's fascinating.